thought. In the drop, she be giving up top. It's a bitch, now she wanna fuck a lot. Head game so tight like a knot. And she post for the can, fake shot. You a thought. She got that juice, that bot. Got cash, they on my top. You a thought. In the drop, she be giving up top. It's a bitch, now she wanna fuck a lot. Head game so tight like a knot. And she post for the can, fake shot.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Suave Waves coming at y'all with another video, man. I told you I'm gonna come back strong with it. Coming back with heavy content, man. I just finished another soft cut. I'm gonna get into that in just a moment. Just want y'all to take the progress in for a second. As usual, let me know what y'all thinking in the comments. But hey, so today, what we gonna get in on a couple things. Number one, just, you know, as usual, I do the most to get the deepest waves. You want your pattern to come out. So a couple things. Number one, don't be afraid to get your hair cut against the grain, I would say, but it's just something mostly, I would say from experience, barbers tend to mess that up unless you really trust that barber. And you know, you gotta differentiate between guards, because to be honest with you, I was one of those people that didn't believe you could cut your hair against the grain without destroying your waves. But this is probably one of the best cuts I've had with, you know, still maintaining the progress. So, you know, it was a more even cut, I think. And it actually trimmed some of the length off my head. Even when I went down to the 2, it just seems like I missed a whole lot of hair and I still got so much length on my head. And cutting against the grain, it really actually trimmed some length down now. But I will say, I think I went down to like a 3 or 4 against the grain. I go a 2 with the grain, but I'll go back over it when I'm done. That was my most recent cut. I just cut this yesterday. So, you know, it's kind of low, but the waves are gonna come in crazy. Like, you know, after I've been woofing for so long, even when I was doing with the grain cuts, I still had so much hair on top of my head. So after cutting it against the grain, we finally got some of that length off. It looks a lot more neat, I think. So like I said, don't be afraid to cut against the grain, guys, but I would say I would take that more so into consideration for waivers that are more experienced with cutting their own hair, or unless you really actually trust your barber. Now the next thing, because for real, you know, this video is really gonna be about getting in your waves deeper and getting your pattern the best you can do it. So don't be afraid to use that hard brush in your hair. Don't use it now, you know, when your hair is real low, but when, you know, it's kind of thick, or, you know, it's trained. I stay here in my head with the hard brush. I'm really trying to get my joints defined. You still want to have your soft brush now, like I told y'all, but like getting into, you know, getting the deepest waves you want to use the hard brush. You want to use that comb, and you want to use some moisture. I got something else I started using that's like crazy for the connections in the hair. The Cantu natural hair coconut oil. I'm actually using a little bit of that now. But after the cut, it comes in clutch. It's sleek, no build up. Those natural products, they hold in moisture crazy. Yeah, moisture is the best thing for your waves, period. Like, there's nothing else better than moisture. You still, you know, there's pomades and stuff like that, you know, those are good, but your most money as far as products should be on moisturizers. You don't need heavy pomade in your hair, because that stuff, you know, that shit builds up, man. There's no build up with moisturizers for the most part. It's more natural in the hair, and like I said, it goes crazy. And even like the moisturizers, I think I like to use them as a nice finish, even after cuts, like the style. Like, you can always use them. But yeah, like I said, so just a couple tips there, and, you know, another haircut update. Let me know what y'all are thinking in the comments. try out that new product. Like I said, I just copped that. It's nice in the hair. It's natural. It smells nice. It lays the hair down. Don't be afraid to cut against the grain and lock y'all connections in, man. Comb. When you got your hair trained, use that hard brush. I ain't saying use it when you got products in your head, because you're going to scrape the fuck out of your scalp. But before you put any products in or whatever, you know, when it's trained or it's a little thick, and then when it's not grinding your scalp, don't be afraid to use that hard brush. Your waves are trained in deep. You'll thank me for that, I promise you. But yeah, so Suave Waves, like and subscribe. I'm gonna keep coming with this content for y'all. I'm coming back with it heavy, man.